Okay, well, good morning, Cousin Bill. Here we go. Uh, I got that custom collar done. We did it in copper, and I used the split rivets, and I think it looks pretty good. As I said in my previous message, unfortunately, I spaced out, and I forgot that this was 3 1/4 and worked like it was 3 1/2. But as you said, it's going to be okay. The top, which I think is more critical, that measurement is right on the money, and it will fit just right in that indentation on a 200 glow brush. So we're good there. That'll keep it centered. Now, when we first talked about this project, I said, well, heck, of course I can do that. How hard is it to roll up a piece of sheet metal and make a collar out of it in 2 different sizes? Well, it was not as easy as I thought. At first I thought if I just made a cardboard buck, with a 3.5 inch circle and the same on the bottom, I could wrap something around it and get the correct measurement and all that. It didn't work that way. The cardboard was too flexible. My first couple of tries at that came out all crooked and everything, so I realized I was going to have a buck that was more substantial, so I had to turn one on the lathe. So I got it turned, and I wrapped some sheet metal around it, and another issue was getting that seam to be perpendicular and not crooked like this. See how that seam is crooked? This is one that was not acceptable. So then I realized it was going to take more effort, and I'd have to make it a better model. So instead of wrapping a piece of sheet metal, I made a cardboard blank for that to cut my metal. And I did one out of galvanized just to see where I was at, and when it rolled up it was crooked. So then I tried again, made another one, and it also was crooked. So then I recut my paper blank and made one up. This is held together with screws, and it was okay, but the measurements were all off. So I had to resort to sophomore geometry and figure out, if you got a 3.5 inch or a 2.5 inch circle, what's the circumference. So I did a calculation on that, figured out what that measurement would have to be to get the right opening. So I did that, and then I got it so the sizing was pretty close, and then I tried to drill holes in it. Trying to drill holes in a cone is much harder than you would think. So what I ended up doing was trying to drill the holes into the cardboard buck, because when you drill the copper it rolls over, and that wasn't satisfactory. So I thought, okay, I gotta get scientific. So I finally made one more copper or sheet metal form, determined exactly on this scientifically by measuring and all that where the hole should be when it's rolled up. So I was able to drill my holes in the copper before I rolled it. And I also figured out what the angle had to be here so that the seam would be perpendicular. So finally, that's it. We got it. Now here it is, buffed up in bright copper, and there's 2 things that are going to happen here. If we don't do anything, the copper is going to start to patina and get darker. Or if you want the bright look like this, I'll give it a final buff and shoot it with clear lacquer, which will keep it from tarnishing. Anyway, that's where we're at. I think we got it now, finally. I gotta stop saying, when somebody asks me if I can do it, if I can do something, say, yeah, I can do that, because it's never as easy as you would think. But anyway, we win. There it is. You're going to have to send me a picture of this when it's done. Let me know if you want this bare copper so patinas or bright copper with lacquer finish on it. I'll figure out the invoicing. I'm not going to charge you a straight labor on this because nobody in the world is going to want to pay $275 for a collar like this. I'll come up with some reasonable price on that. Anyway, that's where we're at. Let me know if you want it bright and lacquered or bare soot patinas. So, look at all this crap. What a project. All right. Have a good week. Bye-bye.